Today's video is brought to you by Card Kingdom. Well, now we play the sideboard to dredge games, which means we mulligan for ley lines. We don't have graveyard haste, so we're gonna mulligan. This hand does nothing, so we will continue to mulligan. Ooh, how low do we go? Opponent's also at 4. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, this is unlikely. 3, 2, 1. All right. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Can you beat a ley line? Hello, everyone. It's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Much Abrew About Nothing. And today, we are heading to Modern to play some Dread Dryad Valakut action. Basically, a deck that's looking to turn all of our lands into mountains for Valakut Molten Pinnacle, also into swamps for Dead Presence, at the same time with the help of Dryad of the Ilsyian Grove. So, and then, all we gotta do is make a bunch of extra land drops and maybe kill our opponent with this weird landy combo turn. So that's the plan for today. Let's jump into it, talk about the deck briefly, get into the game, see how it works. So starting off, we have some ramp, and it's important to our deck because most of our creatures are 3 to 6 mana, so Heartless Summoning just makes our creatures cost 2 less. All of our creatures survive it, so it's good at speeding up our deck a bit. We also have Gitrog Monster, and I know you're thinking, wait, didn't you play this deck a little while ago? Sort of. We did play a deck that had Gitrog Monster and Heartless Summoning, and extra land drop stuff, land from the graveyard effects like Ramanamp Excavator, but there's a bunch of really new things in this deck, and it's working in a very different way, really. So to go with Heartless Summoning, Gitrog Monster, we got Ramanamp Excavator to make land drops from our graveyard, which is really key once we're making like 3 or 4 land drops a turn. Commune with the Gods, finds our pieces, fills our graveyard with lands. Then we have our extra land drops up. So Azusa Lost Seeking, 2 extra land drops a turn is really nice. Only a 2-up because it's legendary, but our main payoff in this deck, and the card that we need most of all, is Dryad of the Ilsyian Grove, because Dryad not only gives us extra land drops, which is something we really, really want, but it also makes all of our lands into every basic land type, which means once we get Dryad out, and we have this big pile of ramp with our creatures being cheap thanks to Heartless Summoning, 3 or 4 land drops a turn with Gitrog Monsters and Azusas, lands coming from our graveyard from Ramanamp Excavator, what we are trying to set up is all of our lands being swamps to trigger Dread Presence. Dread Presence, this weird hill giant, a 4 mana 3/3. When a swamp comes into play, we can either draw a card and lose a life or drain something for 2. 2 damage to something, gain 2 life. So once we get Dryad going, or as a backup, we have Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth to make everything swamps. Every land drop we're making is hitting our opponent for 2, hitting our opponent for 2. If we need to, we can draw some cards. So that's one of our big payoffs in the deck. And once we're making like 3 or 4 land drops a turn, we can kill our opponent really quickly with Dread Presence. The other payoff we have is Valakut the Molten Pinnacle, which as long as we have 5 mountains, which if we have Dryad of the Ilsyian Grove, that just means 5 lands, because all of our lands are mountains. Every land that comes into play that's a mountain, which is going to be all of them because of Dryad, is going to lightning bolt something, 3 damage. So if we can get Dryad out with Dread Presence and a Valakut, every land drop we play is essentially hitting for 5, 3 from Valakut, 2 from Dread Presence, because the land is a mountain because of Dryad, it's also a swamp because of Dryad, and who knows, it could be a utility land that's doing cool shenanigans as well. So that's the main engine of the deck. We also have Field of the Dead, another land payoff, just one of, make some zombies once we get our ramping going. Primeval Titan is our land tutor. It finds the land we need, and it gets less lands on the battlefield. So if we're trying to close out the game with Valakuts and Dryads and Dread Presences, Primeval Titan snaking 2 lands, a lot of damage, really, even without attacking. And Primeval Titan can also grab some sweet utility lands. Golgari Rotfarm's really sweet because it can keep bouncing itself. If we have like 4 land drops in a turn, we can just Golgari Rotfarm, trigger Dread Presence, trigger our Valakuts, pick up Golgari Rotfarm, do it again, trigger Dread Presence, trigger Valakut. So it's kind of like this 1-card combo where we keep bouncing it to trigger our stuff. Ghost Quarters for Tron, Verdant Catacombs, better in our deck than most because it's 2 land drops in 1 to trigger our Dread Presences as Valakuts. Explorer gives us a little more 2 mana ramp, couple of Thought Seizes for interaction. Otherwise, jumping to the sideboard, not going to talk about all the rest of the lands. There's a bunch of them, check them out in the deck list. We have a bunch of removal options. Tireless Tracker for control matchups, Plague Engineer for aggro little creature decks, Leyline of the Void, really good against graveyard decks, a new addition to the sideboard, Force of Vigor for artifacts and enchantments, Veil of Summer for counters, and that is Dread Dryad Valakut for Modern. And that's our Much Abrew deck for today. So let's jump into the gameplay, see this ridiculous deck in action. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoy the games, and I'll be back in a bit with a wrap-up. If you enjoyed today's deck, make sure to purchase it from our sponsor, Card Kingdom. For a limited time, you can get a Scoop Soldier sticker for free if you mention Scoop Soldier in your order notes during checkout. Alright, much brew about nothing time. We are trying to turn all of our lands, into mountains and also swamps. I think we mulligan this. It's just very slow. Well, this is not slow. We will keep. We will put Heartless Summoning to the bottom. I mean, I guess this is kind of slow in another way. And that way is, if we don't draw... Ooh, opponent's dredging. Well, unfortunately for our opponent, if we take Shriekhorn, that's really going to slow our opponent down. They're going to have to wait at least 2 turns to cast Life from the Loam. Unless they just top deck something, but... Alright, big things! Give us big things! Please! We have the Heartless Summoning. We just need stuff to go with it. Opponent. Dread Presence. That is a thing. Yeah, alright. Verdant Catacombs. Crack Verdant Catacombs. Get a Forest. Heartless Summoning. Pass the turn. So this means next turn we can start Dread Presencing. It's possible that we should have played Ghost Quarter and saved 2 Verdant Catacombs, but I feel like odds are we will keep drawing into stuff that we need. So opponent can cast Loam this turn, but then they gotta wait another turn to dredge 3. Unless they just top deck like Cathartic Reunion or something. Okay, Shriekhorn. That's a riskier line, but mills 2 lands. They did hit a little dredger and deck more salvage. Well, we got our summoning. Commune with the Gods. I think that waits till next turn. So we play Dread Presence. Why did our opponent not play a land? They have a handful of lands. Play Verdant Catacombs. And... oh, I guess we crack this now. Yeah, we're going to hurt ourselves, but there are things we could hit that we'd want to play. Overgrown Tomb untapped. Draw a card. Alright, Urborg. Well, Urborg's not bad. That means all of our lands are swamps, so everything is going to trigger Dread Presence. Opponent, upkeep mill, no big dredge. Alright, Prized Amalgam, but best dredger is still Deckmore Salvage. Opponent dredges, hits a Creeping Chill, but no creatures that come back from the graveyard, so that could have went worse. We are down to 10. That is not a high life total. We might have to start draining with Dread Presence at some point to keep our life total high rather than drawing. Hitting something that lets us make multiple land drops would be good. Then we can kind of go off with Dread Presence a little bit. Stop big routes. Untapped. Please just be Loam. Very worried about opponent running Cathartic Reunion because we know there's a Stinkweed, and then they kind of just like go to town. All right, Loam's back some lands. All right, this is a slow dredge hand. Opponent passes. Come on, extra land drops. Ramanap Excavator. It's not horrible, but we will commune with the gods. Oh my goodness! Okay, straight up whiff. Urborg. Draw a card. Oh, whiffing with commune with the gods should not happen often. Oh my goodness. No, Ramanap Excavator. Get in for 2. Oh, that's nightmare. That is a literal nightmare. Our opponent had the slow hand, but they probably are fine here because yeah. What is the math on that? We might have to pull up the hypergeometric calculator here. It might be calculator time. I assume the math on that has got to be really, really low. We should actually, we're going to check. We got to check. We can't resist checking on this one because this has got to be extremely unlikely. Opponent gets all their Stinkweeds. Thanks, 2 Stinkweeds thanks to Shriekmaw. All right, we gotta look this up. So this deck has how many things we can hit? 24? And it goes 5 cards deep. And we had actually a reasonable amount. We had 2 hits out of our deck. So we had 22 hits in our deck. All right, we gotta check. We got to. Hypergeometric calculator. How many cards do we have? 48? All right, so let's see. 48 cards in our deck. We have 22 hits. Sample size is 5. Hitting at least 1. What is the math? Okay, so less than 1, 3%. All right, well, 3.8, so almost 4%. So pretty unlikely. Pretty, very, very, very unlikely. Well, I think we're dead. Ugh. Wow, that's insane. Opponent. Gets in, hits us. At least we got a lot of lands in the graveyard for Ramanap Excavator. We go to 5. Do you have anything? Vote it. Cracks. Arid Mesa. Ha! Well, that's unfortunate. I mean, I guess the good news is beating Dredge in game 1 is exceedingly unlikely anyway. So if we're gonna get the 4%er, we might as well do it in a matchup where we're probably not gonna win anyway. Here comes Prized Amalgam to go with the Bloodghast. Well, what do we draw? Primetime maybe would be good. Another Heartless Summoning. That doesn't really help. So play Peatland. Draw a card. Primeval Titan. Interesting. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Primeval Titan. Get Field of the Dead and Radiant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Field of the Dead, Radiant Fountain. Make a couple zombies. Oh, do we have hope? Is there hope? Hit our opponent? Yeah, hit our opponent. Hit our opponent. We gain 6 life. We found the prime time. In time? That's the question. We're up to 10. Get in with Dread Presence. Hit our opponent. Oh, maybe. 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 Does our prime time live? Does our opponent find a cathartic reunion? Or not cathartic reunion, conflagrate. That might be the comeback. Primetime is doing primetime things. We got swamps. We don't have mountains going yet, but I mean, primetime attacking next turn is really good. Opponent dredges. No conflagrate. Okay, that is good news. Conflagrate is a card that would most likely kill us, or gives our opponent the best chance to kill us this turn. Our Primeval Titan dying would be sad. Not necessarily deadly, since we can still make land drops, but it would be less than ideal. Well, wow, we are so close to dead. Dread Presence, though, pulling through. When Dread Presence sticks out on the battlefield, good things seem to happen. Boat it. Tapping mana. Hardcast Stinkweed. Okay. That is the literal dream. I think that might be game. Opponent. I think that's game. Because we can play a land drop, shoot down the Stinkweed Imp, attack with Primetime, get a bunch more triggers. Boat it. Getting in. We can block with zombies. Yeah, opponent's going to lead back Prized Amalgam. The Bloodghast are going to come back, but these zombies are pretty disposable. Yeah, opponent attacks. Zombie block, and Dread Presence Primetime might be getting this done. Down to 8. Opponent passes. Play Verdant Catacombs. Kill Stinkweed Imp. Go to combat. Attack with everything. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, attack with everything. Primeval Titan. Triggers. Yes, please. We will take Valakut. They are swamps. Make a couple zombies. Can we make our opponent block Primetime? Put our opponent to 7. They block here. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so hit our opponent. Down to 7. Make zombies. Oh, we better have a fetchable land left. I did not think about that. Opponent. Blocks Primetime. Goes to 2. Please? Okay. Swamp. Dread Presence. Pina. And the comeback. The game 1 win against Dredge. That is a power. Look at that mana. Look at those Valakuts. Well, now I feel good because now we get to bring in 4 Ley Lines of the Void, which are basically our screw you Dredge cards. Pardon my French. But these were not in the initial deck. The initial deck had 2 copies of Grafdigger's Cage and no other Blast Zone. No other Graveyard Hate. It does have Blast Zone. No other Graveyard Hate. So I wanted to make sure we didn't lose to this style of deck, which means, boy, I can't believe we whiffed on a Commune with the Gods and won. I guess in some ways that's actually impressive. Well, now we play the sideboard of Dredge games, which means we mulligan for Ley Lines. Cross our fingers for more than 1. Opponent mulligans for Ley Line Hate. They cross their fingers for more than 1. In case we hit more than 1, and then we reveal our opening hands and someone wins. Oh. Post-sideboard games against. I feel very good about where we're at, though, because Dredge, the reason to play Dredge is you wreck people in game 1. And then you hope that you draw your answers or your opponent does not find their graveyard hit in games 2 and game 3. At least one of those. So winning game 1 is very huge. Very, very, very huge in this matchup. I mean, this is a cute little ramp hand, but we don't have graveyard hate, so we're going to mulligan. This hand does nothing, so we will continue to mulligan. Ooh, how low do we go? Opponent's also at 4. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, this is unlikely. Opponent's sticking at 4. Well, 3, 2, 1. All right. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Can you beat a ley line? I can't believe we had to mulligan that far. Aaron. Okay, you're going opponent. We're going to need some luck to win this one, even with a ley line. Mathematically, we're supposed to hit it sooner. This is one that we might lose to the Stinkweed and Beatdown plan here. Since we can't do anything. Mountain for our opponent. Cathartic Reunion. Discards a couple random cards. Draw some new ones. Opponent passes. Can we get a land? Alright. Land 1. Go. Opponent. It's probably not actually ideal to mulligan all the way to 1, but normally you don't have to. It's allowed to mulligans. You shouldn't have to go all the way to 1 to hit a ley line. Alright, land 2. Commune with the gods. Take a excavator. Only get 1 land out of the way. Alright, things might be turning around. Excavator is more land drops eventually, if we get 1 more land. And our opponent so far has not been able to kill the ley line, which means they're just doing nothing. Once they kill the ley line, then things change quickly, potentially. Sacred Foundry, tapped, hold, ley line. All right, ley line's sticking around so far. Blood Crypt, tapped. Opponent passes. Can we get another land? All right. Valakut is a land. Not the quickest land, but it's a land. I mean, as long as our opponent's not killing ley line, we got a bit of time still. Uh-oh. Opponent's looking like they're going to cast something. Haggle, okay, that could be worse. Discards an Archamoeba. Are we casting Merchant of the Veil? Is this what it's come to? I kind of want to win this game because I'm pretty sure I've never won a game on a mull to 1 before. Looks like Merchant. Opponent. Oh, that was upkeep. Merchant. Merchant away, opponent. Yeah, alright, there's a Merchant. Opponent passes. Well, we will play a Ramen-Up Excavator. Overgrown Tomb. Tapped. Pass the turn. Defense. Cha-cha-cha. Opponent. Come on. No ley line killing. Stopping grounds. Come on. Show us a Golgari Thug. Ooh, untapped. Is this Hardcast Oxyvagonus? It's kind of looking like it might be. Opponent. Oxum. Yeah. Oh, conflict. Okay. Well, that's fine. Oh, my goodness. That's especially fine. Opponent. Learning the meaning of 2 X's rather than, wow, this was to get in a single attack with Merchant? Okay. We will not block. If our opponent had done that second combat, post-main phase, that might actually work, because we probably would have blocked. Explore. Oh my god, that's prime time. Golgari Rot Farm. Pick up a snow-covered forest. Replay a snow-covered forest. 6 manas. Go to combat. Excavate you. All right, opponent, are we gonna win on a mull to 1? I think we're gonna win on a mull to 1. Rewarded for the ultimate greed. There was a literal chance that we would have. Okay, so that could kill a ley line eventually, but because we drew Primeval Titan, eventually it's not gonna be fast enough for our opponent. Most likely, opponent. Get in. That is fine. We have Primeval Titan. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 and 6. Primeval Titan comes down. Yes, please. We will take Urborg and Field of the Dead. Start making zombies. Opponent's gonna take up the blast zone. Yep. Rot Farm. Pick up snow-covered forest, I guess. And a postscripted up. Oh my god! We won a game in Modern on a mole to 1. We went as far as you could go to find that ley line. Literally. And we were rewarded. I've never done that before. I've played, at this point, thousands, tens of thousands of games of Magic, and I am very certain this is the first time I've won on a mole to 1. Literally ley line, no lands, and we won that game on turn 7. That is the least likely thing. All right, well, shows the power of ley line against Dredge. Woo! All right, sweet. All right, much brew about nothing time. We are, yeah, we're going to keep this. We need one more land, but that's fine. A little slower than we'd like, but as long as we get one land, we get to commune, which gets lands in the graveyards for Excavator Dryad, into Gitrog. So not a swift hand, but we are on the play, and hopefully we draw a land. Worst case, commune is sweet, because commune goes 5 deep for a creature or enchantment, so it also goes 5 deep to find Heartless Summoning, and Heartless Summoning with this hand would be sweet. Swamp, goo. Pretty good swamp, I have to say. Bone it. Oh boy. Alright, gonna need some Ghost Quarters. Thoughtseize. Well, Peatland, commune. Well, there's Heartless Summoning. Alright, pass the turn. We would still like to draw land. Ugh, is the opponent just gonna free roll into Tronarino, looks like? Ancient Stirrings, Power Plant Tower, so no mine. Karn. Okay. And Chromatic Star, sure. Give us a land. Commune. Well, unfortunately, I think we have to hope our opponent doesn't have it. Run out Heartless Summoning. If we Thoughtseize here, we do nothing next turn. With this line, we get to, next turn, Excavator. Get back a... Oh, they have Tron. Alright, never mind. There is no next turn. Disregard those thoughts about next turn, because it ain't happening. Bone it. Our turn would have been sweet, though. We could have Excavator to get back a green source, to play Dryad to get back another land, to Dryad to get back another land to Thoughtseize. So we would have had, like, a really sweet turn. I mean, we'll see what our opponent does, but we would have had a really sweet turn. But our opponent having Tron and us not hitting a Ghost Quarter means things are a bit scarier. Opponent. Oh, please Thragtusk us. That 5 mana could be Thragtusk. We would be okay with a Thragtusk. We would accept that. We know there's a Karn, but thankfully Karn, at least it doesn't have Mycosynth Lattice to get, although it can still get... Oh, is it Big Karn? Big Karn is different. Wormcoil. Okay. We can deal with Wormcoil. That's fine. So we still get to have a sweet turn. So we get to, alright, 1 mana, Ramenomp Excavator. Lets us play Snow-Covered Forest, which lets us play 1 mana Dryad, which lets us play Overgrown Tomb, which lets us play 1 mana Dryad, which lets us play Urborg, which lets us Thoughtseize our opponent. Those are a lot of things that we don't want to deal with. Okay. Well, I guess we take Oblivion Stone and try to defeat the rest. Not going to be clean or easy, but you never know. Force for our opponent. Thankfully, Ballista only kills 1 thing. I don't know what Karn can get. Alright, there's a card. 3 mana left. Tutors for Liquid Metal Coating. Alright. Expedition Map. Cracks it. Okay. Well, we get to... Oh, and they get to... Okay, this could be a good turn again. Opponent. Gonna get in, hit us. Sure. We drop to 7. Boy, a Ghost Quarter would be so helpful. Excavator. Alright, so. Step 1. Gitrog Monster. Step 2. Commune with the gods. Hope to mill some good lands. Yes! That's a Ghost Quarter. That's what we wanted! We will take Dryad. We get to draw a card. Oh no. Oh no. Does Verdant Catacombs... Oh dear. Okay, we have 1 more forest. Okay, so we get to... Alright, this is going to be sweet. We get to Verdant Catacombs. Crack Verdant Catacombs. Please don't draw our 1 forest. All right, Urborg, that's fine. Oh, we have 2 forests. We have 1 snow-covered, 1 non. So we will take our non-snow-covered forest. Play Dryad. And now the Ghost Quartering begins. Ghost Quarter. We have so many extra land drops. Blow up your power plant. Draw a card. Whoo! We have 4 extra land drops, and they're all drawing us a card. Yeah, power plant. See you later. Opponent gets a forest. Well, you know what? I think we'll Ghost Quarter. And I think we will Ghost Quarter your Urza's Mine. Draw a card. Yeah. Opponent gets a forest. Well, we will... Let's see. Ghost Quarter. Thoughtseize our opponent. Take Walking Ballista. Verdant Catacombs. Crack Verdant Catacombs. Draw a card. Snow-covered forest. Excavator. Go to combat. Kill Karn. Alright, so all we need is our opponent not to get a Ballista this turn. Ballista this turn could still ping us to death. Next turn we can start gaining life, so we'll be okay. Opponent. No Ballista, no Ballista, no Ballista, no Ballista. And we are going to landlock our opponent very quickly. We have so many land drops that we're just going to Ghost Quarter our opponent completely out of the game here shortly. Opponent goes to combat. Gets in. We will chump with Excavator. Don't really need 2. 1 is enough. And we got a third one in hand anyway. Chump the Wurb Coil. Alright, no Ballistas. No Ballistas. Tower, yeah. Thragtusk is fine. Like, we will win the long game at this point. It is basically guaranteed. It's just gotta not be Ballista off the top. Alright, Thragtusk, yes, that's acceptable. Opponent, tons of life, but that's fine. We untap. We will sacrifice Snow-Covered Forest. Draw a card. Rot Farm. Well, alright. Now we will, let's think about this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Primeval Titan. Take Valakut, and can we 37 our opponent this turn? I think we might be able to. Opponent scoops it up! Take it out, Tron! Take it out, Tron! Whoa! Our opponent had turn 3 Tron, too. Turn 3 Tron into Worm Coil, and we just didn't care? We were fine. Yes! That is fortunate. Well, we'll bring in the 2 Assassin's Trophies. We'll go down 1 Azusa. And, wow, that was a spectacular turn. Go down 1 Azusa. We probably want 1 more Thoughtseize. 2, a little weaker on the draw. Maybe trim like 1 Explorer and 1 Frog. Run it like that. Whew, that was very impressive. Jeez, the engine of this deck is pretty spectacular. All right, about it. What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? Ooh, okay. Well, this will keep. Yeah, we'll keep. The lands are actually a little annoying since this is a rot farm, but 2 Ghost Quarters are good. Opponent, Chromatic Sphere. Catacombs is helpful. We'll play Catacombs. Yeah, play Catacombs. We'll see. We'll see if we got a Ghost Quarter early. We would like to just Heartless Summoning Ramanop Excavator and go from there, but if our opponent's going to have... Alright, no Natural Tron, so this means we do get to get down our Heartless Summoning. Opponent cracks, green, and Sylvan Scrying, sure. Grab our Overgrowth too. Well, now we mostly want extra land drops, really. But a Ghost Quarter every turn can hopefully keep, it can at least keep Tron in check. Gets a Forest. Alright, so opponent's not rushing towards Tron. Well, Ghost Quarter and Heartless Summoning. Go. Force for our opponent. Alright, can blow up our Heartless Summoning, sure. That does slow us down. Opponent passes. Well, we will... play Ghost Quarter. Play a fair Ramanop Excavator. Pass the turn. And opponent has Dismember. Alright, opponent's fighting the good fight. Losing that Heartless Summoning was painful. Ancient Stirrings. Opponent goes digging. Power Plant. Alright, closing in on Tron. Plays a Power Plant. I think we got a Ghost Quarter this turn, unfortunately. So we will play Urborg, play Excavator. Pass the turn. Ghost Quarter Power Plant. Unfortunately, no surgical extractions, but still, make sure opponent doesn't get to Tron and make him play fair. Opponent gets a forest. Ancient Stirrings. Another Heartless summoning would be sweet. Blast Zone, alright. That's fine. Blast Zone's not a huge concern. There's a Blast Zone. And, is it Little Karn time? Little Karn. Taken down. I mean, our opponent could get to where they gotta be eventually. Slowly. And they are going to be able to start eating away our lands with Karn, which is awkward. Alright, takes the coding. Sure. Passes. Yeah, play Verdant Catacombs. Crack Verdant Catacombs. Actually, we don't even have to crack it, do we? Play Verdant Catacombs, play Dread Presence. Go to combat, hit Karn. Down to 1. Getting rid of Karn is the next step because Liquid Metal Coating Karn can eat a land every turn, which is not great for us. Especially if they find more removal. Alright, your go about it. What do you got? Chromatic Sphere. Cracks it. I feel like our opponent's looking for lands. They've been using Ancient Stirrings to find them, so it feels like our opponent might be light on lands. There's Liquid Metal Coating. Going to get rid of Urborg. So if our opponent can also kill Excavator and Dread Presence, then that's pretty bad for us. It's annoying either way. Oh, Heartless Summoning. Good golly, that's a draw. Alright, so we will get back Urborg, kill Karn, go to combat, attack, hit our opponent, down to 11, crack Verdant Catacombs, Snow-Covered Forest, draw a card, play Commune with the Gods, get Primeval Titan, Heartless Summoning, pass the turn, and I think we're set up to win next turn most likely. Opponent needs something good. They could easily have another Karn. Sylvan Scrying, sure. So getting a Tron land, but opponent is still missing a Tron land. Even with this one. Tower, 4 mana. Can our opponent stay alive is a question, and I'm not sure if they can. Opponent. Alright, another card. Gonna eat a land. Gonna eat the Ghost Quarter. Kill the Ghost Quarter. Alright, so I think we play Dread Presence. Number 2. Ghost Quarter. Hit Karn. Hit Karn. Go to combat. Kill Karn. Hit our opponent. Ghost Quarter the Tower. Pass the turn. I wonder if we're focusing too much on the cards. The fact that the cards can keep eating our lands is a big problem for us. If we get to Primeval Titan on this board state, it should be lethal. And without Tron, our opponent can't wipe our board with Ugin or Oblivion Stone. 5 mana. 6 mana. Walking Ballista, X3. Can kill one of our creatures. Gonna go with Excavator. That's fine. Hopefully this is still enough. So we get to play Verdant Catacombs. Kill Ballista, hit our opponent. Crack Verdant Catacombs. Get a land. Hit our opponent. Oh, we don't even need Primeval Titan. Just Dread Presence is enough. An opponent! Dead, dead, dead! That was pretty impressive. Wow, it shows the power of Dread Presence. I can't believe I'm saying that, but we didn't even need the Primeval Titan. Just 2 Dread Presences with fetch lands. We didn't even have any extra land drops. That was about as fair as our deck can run. Like, no extra land drops. I guess we eventually did find a second Heartless Summoning to make up for the one that was killed. But just Dread Presences and land drops and attacking, and we had to throw a lot of damage at Karn. That was incredibly impressive. Could we have won the turn before? I'm sure by this time I will know from looking at the comments if we could have. Maybe we could have. Maybe I was not respecting the amount of damage that Dread Presence, 2 Dread Presences with a fetch land can do. I mean, a single fetch land is 8 damage with 2 Dread Presences. So maybe we could have won last turn and I punted, but yeah, that was still pretty good. Very impressive. Whew. All right, Dryad Valakut. Got him. Much brew about nothing time. We are looking to Dryad Valakut. Turn all of our lands into swamps, also mountains. Kill our opponent. We're going to keep this. Little awkward that we're so light on lands. We have multiple cards that let us make additional land drops, but we don't really have additional land drops to make. A way to play lands from our graveyard would probably be the best thing we could find, like a Ramanop Excavator. We can turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Heartless Summoning. Turn 3, we would be set to kind of go off, but we need, like, bounce lands, some form of extra land drop. Or extra lands. We have extra land drops, but we need extra lands. Opponent does a bunch of mulliganing. Well, you know what's good about opponent who mulligans aggressively? It's a card called Thoughtseize. We'll grab a swamp. Thoughtseize you. I think we take Glistener Elf. Well, that's good, because I'm not sure we can actually beat a Glistener Elf that's unblockable, thanks to Distortion Strike. But the good news is, our opponent's hand has not much at the moment. Well, Verdant Catacombs. Crack Verdant Catacombs. Snow-covered forest. Run out. Heartless Summoning. We are still going to need to draw action. Right now we got a bunch of 1 power or 0 power creatures that aren't doing much until we find like an excavator or something. Opponent gets a breeding pool. Thankfully our opponent's theoretically doing even more. Okay, well, Inkmoth is an actual threat. Lands, please? Commune. Yeah, let's commune. Well, there's Excavator. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. That's actually really good. That is the exact card we wanted. We did not mill a Ghost Quarter, though. Pendelhaven. Well, we'll see how fast of a clock our opponent has. Opponent. Inkmoth. So we know 1 card is Distortion Strike. Well, oh my god, 1 card is Scale Up. Alright. So we're taking 6. Wow. Are we going to lose on the Mull to 3 Thoughtseize? Oh no. Oh no. Alright, Ghost Quarter would be good. Valakut. Well, we play Ramanop Excavator. We play Overgrown Tomb untapped. We play Azusa. We play Verdant Catacombs. We crack Verdant Catacombs. We get a Forest. Maybe this will be fine. We play Dryad. Valakut. Verdant Catacombs. Ping ya. And go to combat, get in. So now we have a lightning bolt at instant speed in Verdant Catacombs to hopefully keep us from dying to Inkmoth Nexus. Opponent forgetting about the legend rule. Yeah, Pendelhaven is legendary. Oh, we might be good. Valakut's coming through, perhaps. Opponent's passing. Oh, now I think we can just win. Well, we'll crack this. Ooh, that's actually worse. Okay. Ping you. Alright, can we get the combo kill? Hopefully. Definitely. So now we... Primeval Titan. This definitely does it. Primeval Titan can get a Valakut. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 land drops still. 5 with our Explorers. 6 with our Explorers. Alright, this deck is actually sweet. I mean, we did benefit from our opponent massively mulliganing there. We'll bring in Plague Engineer. We'll bring in 2 Assassin Trophies. We'll bring in the Blast Zone. Thoughtseize Collective Brutality. We will go down a life gain land. Radiant Fountain. Gaining life, not helpful in this matchup. We'll go down that. We'll go down 1 Azusa. We'll go down a Gitrog monster. What else can we cut? This is actually very, very tricky. This deck is sweet. Go down 2 Commune with the Gods. 2 Explorers, I guess. Try it like that. We will keep Glistener Elf for our opponent. Yeah, Field of the Dead. Go. Well, we'll see. We'll see what our opponent does. If there's a world where we can Collective Brutality, kill this, and Duress, opponent, Noblest of Hierarchs, sure. Okay. Scales up. Well, I think we have a chance. We can kill the Infect creature and Duress. Sure, we're up to 7 Infect, but 7 Infect is not dead. And that is all that matters. Ooh, and a Plague. That is That is probably the perfect draw here. We'll play the Swamp, Collective Brutality, 2 modes, Kill Glistener, Duress You. We'll discard one of our 2 excavators. Promo, non-promo. Let's keep promo. We will discard, Ramanump Excavator. Kill Glistener Elf. Take a peek at the hand. If our opponent has another infect creature, like Blighted Agent, and it's a human too. Oh, the blowouts! The blowouts! Oh, the Plague Engineer dream! Opponent, Blighted Agent. Sure. I got bad news for you, opponent. Very bad news for you. I'm going to play Nurturing Peatland. We are going to tap our 3 mana, Plague Engineer. We are going to name Human, and that's probably game. Pass the turn. Oh, it was huge. Huge. Opponent, play that forest. So opponent's going to have to find an Ink Moth or a Glistener Elf, I guess. Well, let's explore. Overgrown Tomb, Valakut. Go to combat. Get in. Hit you for 2. Heartless Summoning. We are a little pinched on green at the moment, but all of our lands are swamps. All of our lands are not mountains, unfortunately. Pass the turn. Opponent's passing. Nothing going on. Green source? That's a green source. So Verdant Catacombs. Crack Verdant Catacombs. Grab a forest. Go to combat. Get in for 1. Hit ya. And I think it's time for a 4-mana Primeval Titan. Seems decent. Primeval Titan. And this might be concession time. We will grab Blast Zone, Ghost Quarter. Make some zombies. So Blast Zone covers our opponent drawing Glistener Elf. Ghost Quarter covers Inkmoth Nexus. And now I don't think we can lose. I think we just have this on lock. Opponent, not giving up yet. Gonna fight to the bitterest of ends. And scoops it up. Whoo, taking out Infect. And that was beautiful. This deck's good. This deck seems really good. Impressively good. Whoo. All right, sweet. All right, much mulligans about nothing time. Can't keep that. We're trying to, I'm glad we mulligan. This hand's pretty sweet. Our mana situation's a little awkward, but still sweet. We got the Heartless Summoning. Please don't please don't counter. Please don't counter us. That's what I meant. Opponent. Well, snow-covered forest, go. Yeah, there is a risk of bounce lands, which is they are a little slow. They're good once we get going. Young Pizzy, eh? Sure. Well, please no Ghost Quarters. Please no Blood Moons. Please, none of that. Just nothing. Attack with your random dork. Opponent. Gets in, hits us. Well, I think we gotta go for it. Land, Heartless Summoning. Please don't counter it. Alright. And then we'll play... I'm not even sure we play Excavator. Let's just pass. I think Excavator's better next turn. We can commune, get lands in the graveyard, and then go from there. Opponent, Thought Scours. Sure. Mills of Delver. Alright, so there's almost certainly counters in the deck. Ugh, so many tokens. If only we could donate our opponent the Heartless Summoning. It would basically be a Wrath. Well, alright, good thing we didn't excavate. Well, that is a clock. I don't know if we're going to be able to stabilize fast enough here. Opponent. Oh boy. Could you imagine if our opponent could somehow have to take this Heartless Summoning? Gets in, hits us. Sure, down to 10. We draw Ghost Quarter. So awkward. How can we do this? Is there a way we can do this? Well, let's commune with the gods. I guess we'll take Dryad. Play Dryad. Ghost Quarter. Excavator. Urborg. Pass the turn. Well, we'll see if we stay alive. Next turn we can do things. Opponent. Burst Lightning at our face. Lightning Bolt at our face. 5. Okay. Yeah, we're literally dead. All right. Well, Delver got us. So Blast Zone seems good. Maybe Collective Brutalities? I don't think we want Assassin's Trophy. Thoughtseize. Let's go down the Thoughtseizes. Little slow. Go down and Explore. Plague Engineer also seems very good. Go down in Azusa for Plague Engineer. And do we want Veil of Summers? Seem a little hit or miss. Let's try it like that. Alright. We get to play first. Well, okay. No Heartless Summoning. But the hand does have some power if we can stay alive long enough to take advantage of it. Now, Urborg, go. So we Urborg, next turn we Rot Farm. Then hopefully the next turn we can Dryad and make an extra land drop. Certain visions for our opponent. We could also top deck Heartless Summoning. That would be sweet. Opponent passes. Excavator. Well, yeah. Rot Farm. Please don't kill it. Pass the turn. Opponent. Being on the play does seem helpful here. Polluted Delta. Opponent passing. Well, whatever we cast is probably going to get countered, but not a whole lot we can do about that. Oh, so many prime times. Play the land. I'm expecting we get remanded, but play... Why? Oh, I see. We tapped improperly. All right. Dryad. What do you say about it? Yeah, looks like something. Polluted Delta. Steam Vents. Untap down to 15. And... Remand. Oh, Mana Leak. All right. That's actually kind of worse. Remand, at least we would have had... I mean, I guess we have another Dryad, so it's not the end of the world, but it is annoying. Opponent. Land. And passes. So is this just the counter everything? Ooh. We only have one green source, though. Well, play Blast Zone. Heartless Summoning. Dryad. More counters? Okay, tap land. Field of the Dead. Well, pass the turn. If we get to untap with this Dryad, which is now unfortunately in bolt range. Wow, bolts a face? Bolts our face? Okay. Well, if we untap with this Dryad, we get to just slam Primeval Titan. And that's actually pretty good. Opponent. Flooded Strand. Passes. We need this Dryad for... Oh my god, so many prime times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Primeval Titan, do you have a counter? Come on. Give us those sweet lads. And opponent scoops it up. All right. Well, that went better. Opponent had a counter, but no threat. Oh, maybe we actually do want Veil of Summer. Now that we've seen the counters. Let's go down one Gitrog and one more and one Commune with the Gods and bring in the 2 Veil of Summers. We do want to resolve our key pieces. All right. We got a Heartless Summoning and we got plenty of lands. So we're pretty much going to trust that we draw into some big threats. Delver? Serum Visions. Alright, I guess that's better than Delver. Commune with the Gods can theoretically find us a threat. We'll see how much of our stuff we can actually resolve. Opponent. More lands. Well, Catacombs go. Opponent. Island. And... Alright, there's Young Pyromancer. Crack Catacombs. Grab a Overgrown Tomb tapped. Even more lands. Well, Forest. And yeah, let's get down Heartless Summoning. Pass the turn. Ooh, all these lands are not great, though. We kept a land heavy hand, and we have continued to just draw land after land. Opponent, untap land. Combat. Gets in with Young Busy, down to 17. Oh my god, even more lands? I don't even know if we got fetchable lands left. Commune with the Gods. Take Dread Presence. Urborg. Pass the turn. Well, here comes the tokens. Can we resolve Dread Presence? Is it going to be fast enough? We have fetch land. So we can double the trigger and kill Young Pyromancer next. Oh dear. Opt. The board of elementals is growing. Counters probably entering our opponent's hand. Yeah. Bode it. Plays the land. Gets in. Hits us for 5. Ooh, we got resolved this Dread Presence. That is basically everything. Gitrog Monster. Well, Dread Presence. Verdant Catacombs. Kill Young Pyromancer. Gain 2. I think we have one more fetchable land. Opponent's going to crack Flooded Strand. Magmatic Sinkhole. Well, we'll crack Verdant Catacombs. 2 more. All right, take the Swamp. Kill a token. So we're going to gain 4 life here. Back up to 12. Get rid of the Young Pyromancer. Ugh. Oh, it's not going to be enough. Ay, 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 ay. Well, the games where our opponent was able to play Young Pyromancer on turn 2 went pretty poorly for us. The other games went much less poorly. But I guess it makes sense. We're not really a super interactive deck until we get to like Young Pyromancers, which is, even with Heartless Summoning, we're looking at like turn 3, turn 4, maybe. So our opponent was able to just build a big enough board of tokens that I think they're going to even be able to just swarm around our Gitrog monster. What can we draw? I guess Resolving Primeval Titan would be good. Down to 6. Opponent's got 3 cards in hand. Valakut. Well, yeah, well, we'll see. 1, 2, and 3. Gitrog monster. Oh, we got to make green mana. Urborg makes tapping for mana. Interesting. Gitrog monster. Opponent's got a counter. Ugh, yeah. Alright. Yeah. Well, we got to see our deck kind of do things, but maybe some fatal pushes in the sideboard would be reasonable. Alright, much brew about nothing time. We are turning all of our lands into everything with Dryad of Ilsyian Grove. Alright. Yeah, we're going to keep this on the draw. We don't have any 2-mana ramp, which isn't a huge surprise. Commune can dig for it, and we are going to need a land, but once this hand gets going, it's going to go. Eldrazi Temple. Alright, so opponent, start with 2 mana on turn 1. We draw. Alright, Snow-Covered Forest, that's fine. Pass the turn. We needed a land. I think we'll wait on the fetch lands. They're even better once we get our Dread Presence going, if we get to that point. Eldrazi Tron by the looks. Opponent, Matter Reshaper. Well, Verdant Catacombs. Crack Verdant Catacombs. Grab a Swamp. Commune with the Gods. Well, we're taking Heartless Summoning. Pass the turn. See if we get hit by Thought-Knot Seer. Hopefully not. If we get down this Heartless Summoning, we're going to do things. Oh my god, another Eldrazi Temple. And Reality Smasher? Okay, that's maybe better than... Well, we'll see. We will see. Opponent gets in, hits us. Are we going to be fast enough is the question. 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, play Heartless Summoning. Verdant Catacombs. Crack Verdant Catacombs. Grab a Forest. Azusa. Ghost Quarter. Pass the turn. Oh, we messed up that turn big time. Ooh. Oh yeah, that was a huge punt. Oh my goodness. Oh, embarrassingly huge. So what we should have done there, for sure, was instead of Azusa, play Dryad, make our extra land drop, play Excavator. Well, I guess it wasn't as huge as I was thinking. We couldn't... So, Heartless Summoning, Dryad, extra land. Okay. Yeah, well, we could have got a little bit more value out of that turn, but it's not as bad as I was thinking it would be. I was thinking we could have played Dryad, played Excavator, played another land, played Azusa, played 2 more lands, played Dread Presence, but we couldn't actually have done all that anyway. We were mana short. So, I mean, still a slight punt, but not nearly as bad as it could have been. And we are set up for a pretty good turn next turn, potentially. We'll see. We need this Dread Presence to stick around. Opponent. Matter Reshaper's fine. Okay, I mean, if we untap here, this turn's going to be pretty decent. Opponent gets in, hits us. Sure. No blocks. We drop to 3. We untap. Alright, so we play Dryad. Play Excavator. Play Dread Presence. How much damage can we deal? Get back Verdant Catacombs. Kill Matter Reshaper. Opponent. Ugin. Okay. Crack Verdant Catacombs. Get a Snow-Covered Forest. Kill Matter Reshaper. Go up to 5. Opponent gets a Matter Reshaper. Ugh. Oh, Dryad. Catacombs. Draw a card. Can we get to Primeval Titan? 1, 2, 3, 4. Crackfern Catacombs. Snow-covered swamp. Kill Matter Reshaper. Gain some life. Opponent. Chalice of the Void. Well, Catacombs. Hit Reality Smasher. Crack it. Untapped. I wonder if we could have killed our opponent here. We probably could have. Well, kill everything. Catacombs. Draw a card. Oh, well, Primeval Titan. Yeah, I wonder if this was lethal. Maybe we should have thought about that. It probably was. Primeval Titan. Well, we're going to see our deck fully... Boy, we punted through this in every possible way. Is our opponent going to scoop? We're still going to win? Oh my goodness, we played that so badly. Oh my goodness. How much damage? We threw like 12 damage at our opponent. So the problem... I'm still going to show this game as a warning sign, although I played it embarrassingly poorly. Although on one hand, it shows how powerful the deck can be, that I played it about as bad as you can play this deck. We punted incredible amounts. Really, like, mind-blowingly incredible amounts. I don't know. That's like if someone had never played Magic before picked up this deck. That level of punting. But the real problem was I was too lazy to actually count through all the damage. Also, we did draw the Primeval Titan partway into our decision-making, which did change things. But when we drew the Primeval Titan, if we had just stopped and counted rather than just doing things, I think we pretty clearly would have just 20'd our opponent there. I mean, it comes out the same in the end. We won anyway. But if we had just counted and threw like 12 points of damage at our opponent from all those fetch lands, and then Primeval Titan, 2 Valakuts is going to be plenty of damage to kill our opponent, not even counting more Dread Presence triggers. So we could have just killed our opponent. Still, I mean, that's turn 4. That's turn 4. That's turn 4 through roughly infinite puns. This deck. All right, that was a thing. That was a thing. Well, that's the kind of deck I need. I need decks that can win in spite of me playing them. And apparently this is a deck that can do that. All right, we'll bring in the 2 Assassin's Trophies and a Thoughtseize. We'll trim and explore to commune with the gods. Run it like that. Well, good deck. Winning through our incredibly brutal puns. All right, we got a Heartless Summoning. That's fine. That sounds good. Working towards this prime time. Extra land drop, perhaps. So this time we're actually going to think through our plays. So we're going to... Assuming our opponent doesn't have something ridiculous, like double Eldrazi Temple, Thought Not Seer. Turn 2, Heartless Summoning. Turn 3, Excavator. Turn 3, Excavator. Get back Verdant Catacombs. Commune with the gods, or maybe Explore. Probably Explore. Opponent, mulligan, 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 scoops it up, and that performance game 1 was just too much. Too much for him. I think we punted our opponent out of the game. Our opponent was probably thinking the same thing, thinking, oh my god, Seth played that so incredibly poorly and still beat me really easily. Could you imagine if he actually plays like a halfway competent Magic player? I don't have a chance. I don't have a chance when I'm already mulliganing to like 4 or 5 or whatever. So we scared him away with our punting. I'm going to hold to that. I'm not a bad Magic player. It's actually a strategic punt. We were luring our opponent into this false sense of security that we're bad at Magic. And then when they realized the potential of us playing better this game, combined with their mulligan, they didn't have it in them to keep it up. They knew it was over. All right. Strategic punting for the win. Sweet. So what do we learn this week about Dread, Dryad, Valakut for Modern, and good lord do we have some ridiculous games. I have to say, like, record-wise, the deck was good. We went 4-1, we lost to Delver, beat everything else, including, like, a bunch of top-tier decks, 2 different builds of Tron, Eldrazi Tron, normal Tron. We beat Dredge, we managed to take down Infect, so we beat some really good decks, lost to Delver, whatever, Young Pyromancer are good against our deck, we don't have much removal. More exciting, though, we just did some ridiculous things. We had a game where we won on a mulligan to one. A mulligan to one. I'm very sure that is the first time I have ever done that in my entire life of thousands, tens of thousands probably, of matches of Magic. So a mull to one win, which was awesome. We also had the scare our opponent away win in our last game against Eldrazi Trod, where we played horribly, but our opponent just gave up. They couldn't keep up with our huge threats. And I gotta say, this deck is surprisingly powerful, surprisingly synergistic. It looks like it could be a bit slow on paper, and really it is, but this deck can catch up so easily, which was maybe the most impressive part of the deck. It's even more powerful than it looks on paper, and you saw in that last game we even missed some of the synergies, but being able to like play Heartless Summoning, then play Ramanap Excavator the next turn, to play lands from the graveyard, to make sure we have land drops, to like play Azusa, to make 2 extra land drops, to play Dryad, to make more extra land drops, to ramp us into like Dread Presence and start draining, or Primeval Titan. The deck spirals out of control really quickly. We had some games where we won literally on turn 4, which is really impressive for a deck that looks pretty slow. It looks like we can grind out value in the late game like most Gitrog Monsters decks, but the combination of Dread Presence and Valakut really speeds up the clock significantly compared to past decks. So it's got this like mid-range combo feel. Primeval Titan, obviously great finisher for the deck, but the plan works surprisingly well. I was a little worried on paper, like, we're gonna have all these like weird synergies. We got 2 Valakuts with no actual mountains in our deck. We got Dread Presences with not that many actual swamps in our deck. Is this actually going to work in practice? And it really did. Dryad holds everything together, but the nice thing is, Valakut, like, it's basically a colorless enter the battlefield tap land. So even if we never turn on our lightning bolt stuff, we're still fine. Like, it's still something we can play, especially since we can make multiple land drops with the deck. So overall, the deck was just a blast. The deck was awesome. I think this was way more fun than the last Gitrog Monster deck we played, better than the last Gitrog Monster deck we played, and I really love that deck as well, but it felt like that deck with even more weird synergies thrown in and just so many cool things going on. So I really love the deck, and it felt pretty competitive, and it's definitely super fun. So that's Dread Dryad Valakut. That's our bunch of brew for this week. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.